You guys, can we just start by appreciating Tony's confessional sessions this season? It has been the most hilarious so far. Like, it's almost like that is her cruise hop. She's always catching cruise in there. And for the most part, it is usually funny. Even though for this particular episode, the outfit she wore, when I saw it, I said, what's going on here? I thought Faith's outfit was extra. Only for me to see Tony's outfit, and I was just like, what's happening? It was giving Medusa, but without the snakes. Like, right? That's what her own had. She had like this lip gloss thingy on top of her head, and Tony, what's happening? What's going on? I'm not understanding what's going on. So for this episode, we had some emotional moments, some funny moments, friendship breakup, and then in the next episode, we are going to have a back and forth, a one-on-one between Chioma and Miriam. So that is what we are going to expect for the next episode. But let's just talk about the things that happened in this episode. Sorry, my chair is shaking. Let's just talk about this episode. Welcome back to my channel, guys. If you're new here, please go to subscribe, turn on your post notifications so that you can get notified each time I post a brand new video. And do not forget to give this video a thumbs up. So it was the final day at the resort, and they played some more games, which seemed like so much fun. I would have thoroughly enjoyed this part if I was there. And it's one of the things I like about this Yabo's event. Like, she had several games to really entertain the ladies and stuff. So for this particular day, they had the tire game where you have to make sure that you step inside every tire before you get to the end. And the way they played the games, it was connected from one game to the other to the other. They had the puzzle game. For the puzzle parts, Faith and Laura, they were stuck there. The others had finished and everything. They were still waiting. They were not still done. They had to now go help them so that, everybody will be done and they will finish. So at the end of the day, Tanya won the game. Choma was next. Yaba also helped Choma for her puzzle, but yeah, that's it. I think she just showed her a few things. Afterwards, there was now a conversation between Tanya, Dr. Rommel, and Choma. And Tanya was just trying to find out what's up between Dr. Rommel and Faith, right? So she started up by talking about when they met, when she and Faith met each other, and had a conversation about her coming late to the Botox event, that she expressed that she wasn't happy about that. And then Dr. Rommel was now explaining what exactly happened. That Faith had like car issues. He had to send his driver over to pick her up and everything. So that's what brought up that conversation, right? So they were just talking, and his energy was not as aggressive as the previous night. Almost as if the display from the night before was just for drama purposes. I think that's what it was. And then they now told him that where did all of this come from? Because at the Botox events, they were fine. So how did it just happen that, okay, all of a sudden things are not going well between them? He now said that even at the Botox events, based on everything that happened before they came to do their dance, that there was already tension between them, and that when he came to the resort, he was looking forward to meeting her, but he sensed some kind of distance and coldness from her, right? And for me, I was just like, you literally went to meet Yabo first at the resort, had a conversation with her, made your conclusions, even added salt and pepper before you even saw Faith. So when did the coldness and distance happen? Like, you met Yabo first before that. So and then he also mentioned that later that night he wanted to have a conversation with her personally, but her body language wasn't open. And I told you guys that I actually noticed the energy she was giving that night, that even when he came to the table and he was greeting everybody and he skipped her, even before he got to her, she was already like pressing her phone, focusing on what she was doing, right? And I was like, okay, that kind of thing. If you see your friend, the first reaction is like, oh, okay, you would be surprised. And maybe when the person now ignores you, you now see that what's going on here. But it's almost like maybe she was already informed about the energy he was bringing to the resort, or maybe they saw earlier on before the night of the cultural event, and there was some ignoring, right? Because that whole scene, the way they showed us, maybe they've told them to do cuts.
Take one.
They've told them to do cut and come back, but the way they showed us, they both gave each other that energy. But Dr. Rommel saying he wanted to have a conversation with her personally. I personally do not believe, because he literally casted out the entire group before he even gave her a chance to have that conversation. So at what point was he trying to do that? I think the reason he just said that was because they were calling him out for it, like Choma, Tanya, especially Choma. She was telling him that he should have spoken to her like first, because they are friends and everything. And because they were calling him out on that, he now had to tell them that, I wanted to do it, but she wasn't giving me a chance, that kind of thing. So Choma just told him that the whole situation is somehow because Faith is the one that brought him to the group. So for him to now be talking to all of them and he's not talking to her, oh my god. So he should try and mend things with her. That they literally she brought up the Laura Faith situation, that the reason Iyabo had an issue with Faith is because of how they've perceived the relationship between Faith and Laura, being that Laura is the one that brought Faith to the group. This is the group. This is the group. They always sound somehow to me. It's giving Cod's group or something, like bring her to the group. The group. So yeah, Shisha told him that he should have a conversation with her, that he owes her that, right? And then these are a bunch of people that know nothing about your friendship, the genesis, the revelation. They don't know anything about it. So them hearing people's problems, there's really nothing they can do. They can just use it to form opinions of the person. That's why I felt like it was really somehow for Dr. Rommel to be expressing that to these people. They don't even know her that well. They don't know you that well. So who are you trying to please, you get? And then Tony and Faith, they met up after the Epe trip. Faith did not leave her train behind. Like, she always makes sure they say long team following her behind. And when Tony came, she was just like, you and this train that almost puts you in trouble. She even played with it at some point. Faith now did that her darling thing. She did it, and then Tony now also joined her. They now did darling. They now even did high five. It was so funny to see, like, darling. It was funny, right? And then they now started talking about the situation from Iyabo's event. Tony told her that she would have not been able to stand for all of that, that she would have walked out of it if she was to be the person in Faith's situation. And sorry, I don't even know this in mid noise now. That she would have walked out if she was in Faith's shoes, and that's the only issue she had with Faith. That Faith did not just walk out from all of that. That she should have not engaged them. And then Faith now told her that she had to stand up for herself because they had it coming since, so she definitely had to say something. And Tony now told her that what she did, like apologizing to Iyabo, was very commendable. That it was very graceful of her apologizing to Iyabo. That just made her re-love her. That she was angry that she engaged them, and then the love now was now rekindled after the apology situation. And Faith is like, yeah, you can't help but love me, kind of thing. So the vibe was cool. And then Toyin told Faith that Dr. Romeo met her and was telling her things about her. That she's nobody's errand girl, and she's not going to be anybody's errand girl. She's the king of all queens. Nobody's going to use her as an errand girl. That if anything is doing anybody, they should carry phone and call whoever it is that is doing them and tell the person by themselves. That's, Dr. Roman, she called Faith and, let her know what the issue is. She's not going to be that middleman or that errand girl. Faith now said that she has actually blocked him, and that it's ridiculous for him to be going around telling people these things, talking about their clothes, telling people that he has been touching her face, that their relationship is not even like that, right? So this was when she now started spilling things about the actual relationship, or what exactly their relationship is, or what their relationship soon bites my tongue. Talking about what their relationship dynamics is. She said that he doesn't even know where she lives in LA, and that they just started talking in like December 8th. She now dropped a message, the first conversation that they had, right? So let me just read it out for you guys. Hello, Dr. Rommel. My name is Faith Murray, meaning that she reached out to him, right? And then his response was, hello, how are you? Are you back to the States? My cell phone number is da 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 da. If you have WhatsApp, we could chat on there if you are overseas. And then her response was like, yes, I am. We can go to WhatsApp. Like, we can take conversation to WhatsApp. Sorry, on a work schedule. Sorry, I'm on a work schedule. Give me few. Or like, I'm busy now. Give me a few minutes or something. And then his response was like, okay, I don't have your number to add you to WhatsApp, but you have mine. Safe travels. And then he canceled this part. And then the next thing was, sorry, I'm sure you would get this when you are up. Give me a call. I'm sure you get this when you're up. Give me a call, right? So that was what the message was like. So this message in particular was not really giving like a first time conversation, mainly because of this part where he said, how are you? Are you back to the States, right? If it's the first time conversation, first of all, we want to know, okay, who is this, and all of that. So that part just got me confused a bit. So, but later on, she read her own screenshots. She read it out, and there's a part that was omitted from this. We're going to read that later. That happened when they were trying to solve their issues later on, right? But when we get to that, we'll now discuss it. But for now, this was the message that was dropped, right? So she was just still complaining or just talking about what he has been doing and how he has been behaving, and him just lying about several things. And she said that he even told the management that she spoke about his family, saying that hope they are going to dress up properly for her events because they are there to represent her and everything. That she never said anything like that. Why would she say something like that? He now told she now can't say he what I'm saying. She now told Toyin the things that Dr. Rommel said about the ladies. That's the trauma thing where she'll say she's not intelligent, the Italian stuff where it was already like, oh, let me Google her and everything. He was not telling her about what he said. That was where she even started canceling him from, like, how are you talking about these ladies when you've not even met them? So she was just interested in knowing what exactly it is that he said about her. She's like, do you say anything about me? Let me know. That she's going to remove his Botox. So she now went on to say that she has not even met her son. So that's how not close they are. That anybody that she calls her friend would have definitely met her son. That's kind of relationship that she has with people that she calls her friends and everything. So she now said that she understands him trying to chase clouds, get attention, everything, but he needs to be coming down. Like, we know that you want to be, you want to just be out there, put yourself out there, maybe be controversial and all of that, but bro, you need to be coming down. The next thing they showed was Miriam at home with her daughter. They were just baking, spending some time together. The husband now called, but she told him that she had to call him back later because of how sensitive or, the conversation they were about to have. She didn't want her daughter to be there. So when she called back, they were now talking about the IVF situation. The husband was telling her that he knows she likes to be pregnant, so how is she going to do it? She was like, yeah, that is true, but one of the main reasons for that is because he always spoils her a lot. So he's like, okay. And then she said that regardless of how they do it, that he's going to spoil her regardless. He's like, whatever you want and everything. So it was just like that husband and wife moment between them. And in her confessional, she was now saying that if the IVF stuff doesn't work for her, that, after some time of trying, she's going to have to adopt, right? I generally just like the conversation that is around this, the surrogacy, now the adoption and everything, because it's still something that people find weird in this part of the world. Like in Nigeria, people still find it weird. So it's good that these conversations are being had. So you know that, okay, there are so many people like, this doesn't work, they'll try this doesn't work, they'll try that. So makes sense. I like the conversation around that. Then they now showed Iyabo. She was on the phone with Tony, and towards the end of the conversation, she now said, "Love you." That's how Paulo just entered the scene and is like, who are you loving again, Kwanu? Almost like, don't do that. My boo should not be having another boo. Don't be loving other people, kind of thing. So he just asked her that, and then she now mentioned that she was talking to Toyin, and she was now telling him about the movie that she wants to make. She was just talking about her movie. She said she wanted to use Priscilla for a part. Priscilla was to play a part in the movie. He told her that you have to pay her very well. Don't be looking at it like, oh, she's your daughter. You have to pay her very well. There's not a charity. Her name is not charity. That she's not running a charity organization. And the other was just looking like, even though I know that that's not what the case. That's not what it is. I'm going to pay her, but we are still going to do daughter and mother type thing. So they were now talking about the movie, and she said she wants to make it big, and he now offered to sponsor it. He said that he can sponsor it. She was now happy, like, oh, Sinzu money kind of thing. And the next thing, he now gave his conditions that is gonna be 70-30. Then she's shocked, like, okay, you mean 70 is for me, right? And 30 is for you? He said, no, 70 is for me and 30 is for you. And that's it. They now started bargaining. She said, let's be 50-50, but they didn't show us how they concluded, but it was just like them having their moments, and Paulo being the Igbo guy that he is, right? So it was cute. I like seeing them like they are their relationship is just cool to see. And after that, they now showed Laura at the shoot of her event, her lip gloss event. I mean, not events, like the shoot for her lip gloss, right? She invited Miriam to come over as per PR person. She wanted her to help with the promotions and everything. And when Miriam arrived, the way she spoke about the place, like, the place is noisy, why is it noisy and everything, the way she spoke about it in her confessional, I just knew that, okay, this whole meeting is not going to go in a straightforward way. There's going to be tension, there's something going to happen here. So then I started talking about several things, and the next in the conversation now entered Faith. What brought up the Faith conversation was Miriam. Okay, Miriam was asking her about the invitations. Has she invited like everybody? She said yes, like she has invited everybody, including Iyabo that did not invite her for her own event. That was Choma that invited her. And then Miriam was now saying that that is what even caused the whole issue with her mannequin friend, right? That's how they now started talking about Faith. At this point, they were not arguing about Faith's personality. Laura said she's calm, she's a calm person. Miriam now said, you can be a calm person, but for her mouth is not giving calm. That her mouth is not giving like quiet person type vibe. Everything she was now talking. And then Laura was now just telling her that this is not how this person is. After some time, she now told Miriam that they don't have to be friends, like Miriam and Faith, they don't have to be friends, that they should just remain cordial. Miriam was now saying that she cannot fake it, she cannot fake things the way the other ladies have been faking things. That's the whole friendship between them. For Laura, she was just on Faith's side. She not even said, she just talked to Faith's side because that is who she really knows. She said she's going to pick friendship with Faith over Miriam any day, right? And then in her confessional, she was saying that she's not even that close to Faith like that, right? But she can see what the ladies are trying to do, and she's not going to let that happen. She's not going to let them succeed in what they're trying to do. And when she said that, I said, this can be me, something I can do. Like that thing that you say, oh, I'm carrying the friendship in my head, I'll carry it more so that you'll not keep crying, because this is not even your business. So why are you like really stressing it, right? So Laura is like, she knows what they're trying to do, and this is why she's going to keep like pushing whatever it is that she's pushing, and not let them like come in between or intrude, and maybe have control over their friendship. Miriam was now calling Faith a green snake, that Faith doesn't have her back. Laura's one was just leave this friendship for us. This thing you're trying to do, it's not gonna work. Miriam was calling Faith a green snake. She was still saying some things, and I think that is the it's the small yash that Faith called Miriam that's explaining her, because she made mention of it. She was saying, I know I have a small bum and everything, but even though I said, so it's that thing that is explaining you and me, right? So after that, they now showed Shelma when she went for her outreach, the Goodway Foundation outreach. She went to a community that was lacking water, and the never, as in water has not been something that they've had for a really long time. They've never had like water to themselves. They've always had to go to a neighboring village, like somewhere far, to get water for everything. She now said that money from the yard sale was used for the project, right? She just mentioned that the yard sale, this is one of the things that it has been able to achieve. So it was really nice to see, like, Anything Foundation, I love it. And she now saw a lady, I don't know if you guys remember the lady in season 1 that spoke about losing her child. She now went to meet with her. She gave her some things to use to support her business, her pure water business, and just keep her going and everything, which was also really nice. Afterwards, when they were leaving, her bobo now called her baby boy, her man now called her, and they now fixed like a dinner date. So I thought that we're going to see him. And the funny thing is that after that scene, the next thing they showed us was Dr. Rommel coming out of a car. So they showed his feet first, and I was like, hey, are they about to show us Chama's man? So, and I thought that was Dr. Rommel. I was like, okay. False alarm. So the next thing was Dr. Rommel meeting up with Faith to talk about their issues, right? So Dr. Rommel arrived first. Faith now later came. And when she came like this, at that point, I knew that this thing, there's not going to be any resolving it here, because Faith came with the let's just get straight to it. Dr. Rommel wanted to start small talks like, oh, how you doing? Are you fine? This and that. Faith was just ignoring him completely. She even answered the waiter, but she did not talk to him. After he just kept pushing, she's like, let's get straight to the point. Okay? Let us talk about what we are here for. This is not why we are here. So he now started saying that, he was feeling some type of way about the situation, that he wanted to know what's up between them. How come they just fell out like that? And like when he had to do with the Yawas event, that what happened. So when he brought up the airport trip, they now showed her confessional where she said that, it's a girl's trip. It's not a guy's. Like, what is the guy doing there? Like, she knew that a guy was going to come, that she would have just carried her brother. I say, oh, wahala. And then at this point, that's when she was now telling him that I would not like for you to interrupt me. Hope you have said all the things that you want to say, because when I start, if I start to talk, I would not like any kind of interruption. And then he now said, for now, he has spoken and he would like her to also talk. Then they will now find a way to address it. Then this is when she now brought up the talk of when they started talking to each other, like when the relationship between them or the friendship between them started. And this is what she read out from the text. This is what in her confessional she read a different text, and this is what it read. Hello, Dr. Rommel. That's her reaching out. Hello, Dr. Rommel. My name is Faith, right? Said I should contact you. Like, somebody said I should contact you, but they didn't say the name, right? So person said I should contact you. This was the part that was missing in that text. So for that text, it was just, hello, Dr. Rommel, my name is Faith Murray, and then he responded. But this one says, this person said I should contact you, right? And then it was, hello, how are you? Are you back in the States? My cell number is this, that's Dr. Rommel. So this part is still said, are you back in the States, right? And then my cell number is this. For WhatsApp, when you're overseas, as to be able to reach out on WhatsApp, everything is still the same somehow. It was just that part of this person said I should contact you, but it was still not giving first time conversation, except the person that asked her to contact him had already told him about her. And then I think that's basically it for the text. So moving on, Faith now continued and was just expressing herself at this point. She now told him that they're not even friends, they're not even really friends like that. At the Botox events, it was his own event, that it was the one that picked the venue and everything. He just got her involved somehow. He was now saying lies. That's what he was just saying, that he can't believe it. And then Faith, that's when Faith now asked him that, does he even know where she stays in the US? That he doesn't even know where she stays in the US. Where does she stay? Okay, she was asking him where she stays in the US. He now said, he doesn't have to know that she can move from place to place. I was like, oh yeah, now at least if you know the former one and she has moved, we know that you know the former one. And she now said, you don't even know where I stay in this Lagos that we are in. She spoke about her son, that he doesn't even know the school her son attends and everything. Then Faith now got angry. She's like, in fact, I'm not even having this conversation. We're not even friends. I just wanted to, I think she also wanted to air her mind and make it known that this is what the friendship was like. So whatever this guy is saying, he's on his own. He doesn't know me that well to be making judgments or talking to people about me, saying I'm this, I'm that, and that, right? Because if he's saying this is not how you are, and we're hearing it, it's like, okay, we'll not take it because we feel like they are close. So she's just putting it out there, they're not close. So whatever he's saying, he's on his own. At this point, she now started walking out, and he was not following her. This was the funny part of this particular episode. So she was walking out, that they're not friends again. He was not following her. I know she's tall, and then he's smallish, so he was not following her. That she's a fake friend. I mean, she's fake. That she doesn't like to, when she's being called out on something, that she likes to ask, that she doesn't know herself, that she called him when she needed him. Now she's behaving like this. She said, when did I need you? Blah, blah, blah. She was still walking and she was talking. He was just following her, right? For me, I was just saying, this bodyguard safe. Is this what you're supposed to be doing? This is where you're supposed to show yourself. As in, I was thinking I was going to block Dr. Rommel and say, yeah, but come and pass that, because Dr. Rommel was just following her. So it's like, okay, this is where you're supposed to show your, stand and not allow him pass, because the road was narrow. So if you block it, you will not have to fight before he passes, right? So, but I guess maybe because we have to see the full drama, that's why he didn't do that, and he was maybe told not to intrude and everything. So she now walked to the car. You still follow that to the car. I was now saying things. He now said, there's something that I said that was quite funny. He said, he said her name is Faith. Faith. I mean, yo, It was something else, you guys. It definitely did not end on a good note, right? And that was it for that scene. And then the emotional part now came. It was Miriam and her cousin. It was the meeting between Miriam, the doctor, and her cousin. So she went to see the doctor with her cousin, concerning the surrogacy thing. So she was in her confessional, she was talking about her cousin, how they've been, how close they've been, and the fact that she did not involve her when she got pregnant with her daughter. So now she wants to really make sure she's involved in every step of the way for this particular one, and also because the lady has her cousin has experience with it and everything. So it was kind of like maybe she feeling guilty that she didn't involve her cousin for the first one, even though they were very close and everything. So she was just being emotional, and then the IVF, I mean, surrogacy situation, everything was just getting her emotional. And the doctor was now asking her why she wants to go through this. She gave her reason. She said age, and because she has been trying, herself and her husband have been trying for 3 years, so she just wants to try something else. And it was just like advice. The doctor was just giving her advice that they can provide someone for her, that the way they do, they can provide a surrogate for her, or she'll bring her person. So, it was just that conversation around that whole process. The Laura's event, they came, they showed Chioma getting ready, and she was on the phone with Iyabo. Apparently, Iyabo could not make it for Laura's event because she was on a vacation with Lebu, with her man. So, she said in her confessional, she said that she was feeling bad, small, because Laura made it for her own event and everything. And then they now started gossiping, like, small gossips here and there. Chama was there trying to find out whether Laura has a nice lips. This one, she wants to launch a lip product. I was like, I beg. Chama, rest. Like, what does that even have to do with anything? Just rest. So, and she also even said that to her. Like, she told Laura that they were having a conversation, trying to find out if her lips are big and everything. Laura was like, hey, that's it. She actually has like big lips and everything. I said, come on, moving on. And then for Iyabo, she was talking about Faith, right? She said that Faith, she accepts Faith's apology, but she is not, she doesn't want to really associate with her, Me, I was like, she now Faith's mess up now. She went to apologize to you, if not, like, all of this talk. So the main events, it was time for the main events. Laura made it like a sip and shop event. So, there were drinks available. You sip, sip. And then maybe when you're tipsy, you now go and pick one this thing and just swap your card or something. So she made it a sip and shop event. She was first to arrive, obviously, and Tony now arrived next. And that whole scene was just beautiful. So Tony came in with this in fact, big lips in front of her, right? And she just came, and the way Laura welcomed her was so nice. She was like, yeah, my girl, everything. And I was like, okay, it's nice because, like, they just move past their issues in a mature way. Like, okay, I'm gonna support you, you support me. When we're not doing that, then maybe we can just like be, give each other some space. But when it comes to me supporting you, I'll be there for you. And Laura received her well. So I liked that particular scene. And after that, who even came next? It was Tanya. Tanya came, and then Chioma came. Then no, Faith. Faith came after. Faith came before Tanya and Chioma. Faith came next. So it was Faith. Faith came with her son. She was looking all sexy and stuff. So she came. Dr. Rommel. Is it Rommel? I mean, Rommel. Dr. Rommel was shot there, and Tanya was just there. Sorry, Tony was just there sitting. She now took Faith's veil. Faith's train. Faith always has something in English. Now helped her adjust it before they match it. She said that let me adjust it before somebody come and match it. Let me adjust it. She now even like hung it up as per decoration. Use it to cover her face. She was just using that to like ease the mood a bit, because the tension that was going on there between Dr. Rommel and Faith was crazy. They were obviously not talking. They were obviously not talking to each other at this point. And before Faith came, Tony was actually having a conversation with Dr. Rommel just about the situation, that he should try to have a conversation with Faith properly, and they should find a way to resolve it. Like, both of them are proving strong. I mean, are stronger. They're not going to resolve it. And she now said to him that the one thing she picked from the things that he told her was the whole family thing, right? Then she was just advising them to like settle their differences. The next thing, Dr. Rommel was labeling Tony a gossip in the diary room. That's the diary room. In the in the confessional, he was labeling Tony a gossip and say, how ironic, how ironic of you. And that was that for that conversation. Later on, Tanya came, then Chema came. They were now there. This thing. They now called Yabo, right, to have a conversation with her, because she wanted to see them. So while they were talking on phone, it was a video call, FaceTime. She called on FaceTime. Chema called her on FaceTime, so she was now hailing. She was greeting Laura. So that moment where Laura was hailing her, like, "Hey, hi, Yabo," and everything, Faith was just there. She didn't even know what to do with her body. She would look back. She was looking for what is not missing. She was just looking around because it was so awkward and uncomfortable, right? So at some point, she even had to smile a bit. Call the guy name. Let's be that okay. I'm not like carrying Faith and everything. So also, it was very like awkward gathering for Faith, because even after that, there was still this thing where Laura obviously is the host. She has to attend to other people. It's not only the ladies that were there were other people, so she had to. There were times where she wasn't there with them, so it was just Faith and the other ladies. And Tony is cool with the other ladies, so Tony was engaging all of them. So it was just like Faith was just there, not really knowing what to say. At some point, she would now drink her wine, just looking for activities to do. It was pretty awkward. I felt bad for her actually, because it's like, what am I going to do at this point? You get. So in her confessional, she was like, "It's okay, I'm fine." I was like, "Oh." So yeah, that's the awkwardness that whole scene was giving. And yes, Miriam now came later. And to be honest with you guys, when I saw Miriam, I was like, "Oh, okay, Miriam wasn't here." Like, I even forgot that she was not there. I didn't like realize she wasn't there until I now saw her. And she came in with her outfit looking like band aid, as if they wrapped her around with band aid and everything. I was like, okay. Tanya already entered gossip mode, was talking to Choma. We didn't hear what she said. In her confessional, she said that Miriam's stylist is wicked, and I agree. That stylist is very wicked. So you said that it's giving Egugu, be careful, na express they go. So, and that was it for Dr. Rommel. His own outfit was giving a kung fu master. Maybe that was what he was trying to achieve, Sha. But yeah, that's what his outfit was giving. And then when Miriam came, she just sat down somewhere. Dr. Rommel was trying to tell her to go and sit down there, that there's space. I think he was just doing that to like maybe make mockery of the fact that Faith was just sitting alone. So Faith was just like ignoring the whole thing. And she now she now went to sit down beside them. She wanted to sit beside them. Obviously, she was not going to sit down beside Faith. I don't even know why Dr. Rommel was stressing it. So she now sat down there. And then after some time, they were now like singing. What they call it? Tony now set up a song that they knew. They were now singing. Faith did not really participate in that. I think generally it was just very awkward for her. And maybe if Laura was there, seated with them, it would have been different. But she had to be busy. And Tony wasn't about to buy any beef before she would start stressing over it, right? So, but in general, yeah, that's what was happening there. And the reason she didn't really want to engage Yabo was because, like she said in her confessional, she said that she's not going to try to like engage someone that doesn't want to. If they don't ask for her, she will not go and insert herself where she's not asked for, where she's not wanted. Because Yabo was like, after she greeted Laura, she was not greeting the others, like talking to them. So Faith said she doesn't want to insert herself where she's probably not welcomed. And then yes, Dr. Rommel bought lipstick for Yabo's daughter. This newfound friendship is so funny. Like, okay, you're now buying presents. I think he even bought for Yabo because she was not around. I say, okay, let's see this friendship. Let's see how it's going to play out. We are still watching. We are still watching you guys. Let's see how that is going to be. And the next thing, they now showed us what to expect in the next episode. That's when they showed us the situation between Chioma and Miriam. They were just having like this whole back and forth, and it had to do with Laura Shah. But when we get to that episode, we're going to talk about it. So that's it for this video. Just let me know what you think about everything in this episode. Thanks for watching, and do not forget to give this video a thumbs up, and I'm going to see you on the next one. Bye. Love you.